What's up everybody, my name's Lucas, and welcome back to my Hearts of Iron 4 Germany Let's Play. So, off screen I did some things. I kind of broke my navy up. I got the home fleet, which is going to defend our coast. Got the long range submarines. I got the surface raiders, which I got some heavy cruisers, some battleships, and a few light cruisers. They're going to go do some raiding in the Atlantic when the war starts. And I have my short range wolf packs, so they're going to probably hang out in the Baltic, coast of Norway, that area. So yeah, we got them exercising, so they'll be better. And I also just made a bunch of air wings too, so I need to get them training as well. Don't want your guys to be green going into combat, obviously. So go ahead and take care of that. Yeah, I got some guys. Also, have some guys heading down here to Sicily. I'm going to put them over to North Africa for two reasons. One, Italy gets absolutely wrecked by themselves by France and Great Britain, and two, Italy is very untrustworthy when it comes to putting their fleet out right here. So sending your troops across can be very dangerous. So I want to make sure that nothing bad happens. So yeah, I think we'll definitely see the start of the war in this part. We'll probably get Poland, Denmark, Norway, and we might launch our invasion of France. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how long the first two take us. Let's see. Let's get a few more tanks going. Good, got some refineries building. Do we want new guns? Should get this first. Yeah, so I don't know if I really talked in the last part. When I took over Austria and Czechoslovakia, like the real life version of those events, like I'm sure most of you probably know about like the appeasement and how France and Britain basically let Germany just have all this free land. And it's still to this day one of the most baffling things to me, because I get that they didn't want to go back to war because of what happened in World War One, but like you gotta stand up at some point. Like if they would have, I guess Austria makes sense since they're all German. Seriously, if Hitler's generals were actually terrified of Czechoslovakia, the prospect of having to invade them. And if they would have had to try to break through all these forts in these mountains, and worry about France, and worry about Great Britain, uh-oh. An agent captured, that's not good. Yeah, I'm trying to infiltrate the civilian administration. Oh no, these two ladies were. She was just doing something else. That's unfortunate. Oh, Italy just took Albania. But to continue what I was saying, if they ever had to deal with like a two-front war like immediately right here, like I think things could have gone much differently. There are also talk, like I've read stories about the German generals, like during the Munich crisis, whenever they were deciding what to do with Czechoslovakia, that they were gonna, there was possible, what's the word? Possible mutiny that could have happened, and they could have overthrown Hitler. But since Hitler got what he wanted, he obviously didn't need to be overthrown. It's quite unfortunate. We need to assign some more dockyards for repairs. So apparently we can't do repairs without damaging every ship in the fleet somehow. Don't know how that happens, but what do you know? Need a lot more artillery. Okay, you guys are good. And you guys are good. Yeah, so I got, let's see what we got here real quick. Ground support. Yeah, definitely ground support. I got my tank, my panzer forces, just making a straight beeline basically for Warsaw, a little past it. And I don't know if I pointed this out. I have, well, I guess Poland changed their cipher, but I broke the cipher of France. I have theirs still broken, and I have Poland's about to be broken in 58 days. So basically, I can reveal intel about them, and gives me, here I'll show you all these bonuses right there. So I can use that to give me a very big advantage on the initial invasion. More tank divisions, very nice. Send them over to Mr. Heinz Guderian. Alright, now I think it's time. Let's see, May, June, July. Do we want to? Yeah, we're gonna do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. So basically, what this is Soviet Union and Germany, are going to basically agree to split Poland in half. So I'll get like this area right here. The Soviets will get that. It's actually a real life agreement where they basically, Germany and Soviet Union, they basically split up Eastern Europe between them. So roughly there's like a zone of influence from like up here to like there, and they just kind of split this between them. And that absolutely terrified the Western Allies, because like Germany and Soviet Union are like, yeah, came out and they're like, yeah, we're gonna be friends now, we're gonna work together. So they must have been really shaking in their boots. So how do I launch a rescue? I forget. Okay, so you're captured in France, so I guess we need to build a spy network in France. And maybe we can try to rescue her. We have a lot of tanks, that's good. I want to actually build some more. Let's go ahead and let's duplicate this. We'll start building a medium tank division. This is going to be our kind of bread and butter division that we use to push. Okay, so we don't have enough to add any more right now, but we will work on that more when we get more army XP. Portugal probably loves me, all the chromium I'm buying off them. Yeah, good thing about this too is it also gives us a non-aggression pact for 2 years. So, basically frees us up in the West to not have to worry about the Soviets stabbing us in the back whenever we have our backs turned. Which is obviously very nice. A little late to be getting our paratroopers, but we'll get them so we can try and take some of these Mediterranean islands. I usually find that's probably the best way to do it, since the odds of Italy having naval supremacy in the Mediterranean is very low. Alright, so we got our guys down here. Let's go ahead and send them across to Tripoli. And welcome to the party, Italy. Yeah, it's kind of scary to like think about if, like, not to shit on Italy too hard, but if they were actually competent in the war, like how differently it could have gone. Germany had to spend a lot of resources in North Africa that they could have used elsewhere. But that's kind of the Germans in general during the war. They didn't really put their resources in the best areas most of the time. But yeah, like a Germany that didn't have to worry about North Africa and could focus on like the West and Soviets, like that would have been not good for the good guys. Let's go some more motorized buildings. They will what am I trying to say? They go fast whenever you start fighting, basically, like they will. Alright, good, we got the Cypher. Seem to die very fast. Are you serious? Guys. It's kind of accurate though, the Germans. Like they thought they were really good at spying during the war, but they were actually kind of terrible. So, it's not the most inaccurate thing in the world. Some motorized. Okay, I think we'll have our artillery needs met by the time we start fighting. Okay, so these are my garrison troops. So I'm gonna have them kind of garrisoning our coast. We'll finish this, then we'll go Danziger War. I could go alliance with the USSR, but that's just kind of overpowered. Get the two biggest military powers in the world at this time together. Need to hurry. This Hana doesn't have much time left. Our Molotov, now let's go Danzig. There's a funny meme like focus video of where it's about Hearts of Iron, but it's Indiana Jones, and it's the first one where he's trying to steal that golden idol, and he has the sack of sand that he's trying to replace the idol with, and instead of the sand, it's instead of the sack, it's Danziger War, and he's trying to like slide it in there. But then like the Allies declare war, and it's Indiana Jones trying to run out of the the ruins while the boulder's chasing him and stuff. It's pretty funny. Definitely some creative people when it comes to the Hearts of Iron memes, especially. Alright, let's get them up here in East Prussia. I think they'll give them a better cover of the land. Send you guys over here, y'all need to be here. Oh, air superiority. Close air support. You should be over here. Air superiority. I've always thought the guys that were in dive bombers in World War II had some of the biggest balls ever. Like, the idea of just diving straight down at from like 5,000 feet or however high up they were, it's crazy. The only thing worse than being a pilot in that situation is being the rear gunner, because you're falling backwards and you can't see what's coming. You just gotta trust your pilot doesn't pass out and he pulls up in time. Alright, so I think immediately after take Poland, we're gonna send one of these armies and basically get them on the Denmark border so we can be ready for them. Alright, let's get you somebody. I wrote a paper about Kurt Student. He was the Fallschirmjäger commander, basically. He's like their main guy. He orchestrated the attack on Crete after the Germans took Greece. It's a very ballsy plan, but he made it work. Actually, you guys aren't even doing anything. Y'all come get on the border. Now it seems I'm going a little over the top with the oil refineries, but they are vitally important. As soon as this war starts, we are going to start losing oil very quickly. And we don't want to be like Germany in real life, where they just couldn't run their panzers like to any degree that they wanted to. They had to be very sparing. Alright, so let's go ahead and send our navies out, since the war is about to start here in about a month. Get our long range guys here. Surface raiders, we're going to send you here. Home fleet, y'all are going to be strike force here. And my short range guys, they're going to be here and here. There we go. As you can see at this current rate, we'll be able to lose fuel in 2 years, which is not too bad, but that's not counting our vehicles and stuff. Let's see. What do we want? What do we want? Let's look at the Focke-Wulf. I actually have a model. I made a model of Focke-Wulf. They're really. I've always thought that was like one of the coolest looking planes in World War II. Right behind the P-51 Mustang for the Americans. I think the Mustang and then the Focke-Wulf are like my top two, definitely. Okay. 81% coverage, not bad. I wonder if I should send them a few U-boats to... What's your speed? 13 kilometers. 25. Okay, never mind. Problem is, if I put submarines in that fleet, it'll slow that fleet down. They need to be fast to get in, get out. I'm gonna read something fascinating. You should learn about the Kriegsmarine in World War II and how they kind of especially Erich Raeder and Karl Dönitz, which are, let's see, they're two of my admirals actually. Yeah, there's Raeder, there's Dönitz. So Raeder wanted a big surface fleet. He had this plan called Plan Z, which is basically this big shipbuilding program where they'd have like dozens and dozens of battleships and stuff. And Karl Dönitz, who was actually the leader of Germany after Hitler committed suicide, he was much more in favor of the submarines. He wanted to just have a massive fleet of like hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of submarines. And Dönitz actually got his way later in the war after the sinking of the Bismarck. Hitler was like, we need to... Hitler at one point, Hitler was like, let's scrap all of our surface ships and just use the scrap to build tanks and stuff. But they were able to save like the Tirpitz and some of the other big ships that were still left. But yeah. Outlook routine. But yeah, I feel bad for the Kriegsmarine when I learn about it, because like the amount that they were outmatched is just kind of crazy. They had no chance. Also, we've fortunately passed the actual start date of World War II, which was September 1st. Looks like we'll be starting it September 23rd or so. That's fine though. Did my national focus is a little out of order. You can line it up where it's almost exactly to the date where you can start the war. Actually lay off a little bit on the refineries. I don't think we need this many. There we go, let's get those built and then we'll switch back to militaries. About that time, 7 days, 1 week from now. Let's get you guys naval striking there. Let's get you guys leader, sorry. get this guy with the funny hat. Alright, here we go. September 23rd. And we're going to go ahead and get around Maginot. That's going to give us a war goal on the Benelux countries. Oh, there we go. Now we can declare war. Let's go ahead and activate our attack plans, except the guys in France, because we don't want them attacking into the Maginot Line, which is, if you know what the Maginot Line is, it's this line of forts right here that France built in the 20s and 30s on the border. It's very strong. As you can see, level 10 out of 10. So let's not do that. Alright, looking good across the board. Got greens. Should have air supremacy very easily. Yep, there's Britain calling in all her Commonwealth nations. Oh yeah, that feels good, all that green. That's a lot of damage. That's good. How are we looking over here in Africa? Good. We just want to hold the line right here, really. Want to hold the line, take out Poland. Alright, we got a breakthrough here. Let's go ahead and try to exploit it. Should we get an encirclement right here? There we go. Cut off a big chunk of them here in the Danzig pocket. Ah, our first catch of the day. What we got here? 45 submarines, 12 destroyers. I'll be honest, when I look at these naval battle screens, I have no idea what I'm looking at. We are taking out a bunch of submarines. Whoa, guys, we are dangerously out of position. Where are my tanks at? Why are y'all down here? Come here. Make it right here. Y'all push through up here. Oh, they do have some. Oh, we have some hurricanes, some gladiators over here trying to fight us. Alright, let's just move in here. Yeah, unfortunately, that or Chromium position isn't going to get much better because they're going to have be able to cut off my supply from Portugal, which is rather unfortunate, but can't be helped. Warsaw has been taken. Good. They're close to capitulating. Tanks are overrunning them. Good. Let's actually turn them around. Let's go up here and try to take Danzig. Oh, never mind, we took it. Yep, there they go. Yeah, usually Danzig and Warsaw are the two countries or cities you need to take to make Poland capitulate. Okay. Let's see. Okay, if we're gonna do this historical, let's go ahead and no, actually, I don't have any naval plans drawn, so we're actually not gonna do this historical, completely historical. We're gonna basically do things in reverse. We're gonna take out France and the Benelux before we take out Denmark and Norway. What do we need? What do we need? Not much. Artillery is almost completely caught up, which is very good. Let's get our fighters over here and protect the fatherland. It's good, we're getting convoys from the coast of Greenland all the way down to the coast of Africa. Expeditionary forces? Why not? Has a lot of guns. Let's go ahead and finish our medium tank division template. Boom. Well, we're not finished with it, but we got all the tanks in there. Let's get 3 of those bad boys cooking. Alright, so I think in the next part, we'll wait till next part to launch our invasion of the Benelux. So, yeah, we took out Poland. The convoy game seems to be going well so far. Hey, even our short range guys are getting some kills. It's good. And they're killing some of our convoys. That's expected. But yeah, yeah, we'll take out them, hopefully take out these guys too, and we'll see what happens from there. Maybe focus on Africa after that. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you all in the next one. See ya.